visit some brother right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I am very excited because not only am I repping Blackpink today, but I happen to put on this bucket hat, and I feel like that was completely inspired by VVS Diamonds in My Mouth. So I feel like I'm just embodying the K-pop that I'm listening to. And also, I want to quickly talk about who this VVS group is. I feel like I've heard of their name before, but please, guys, if you haven't checked them out, they're rapping. I mean, some people are questioning their lyrics, but I mean, I kind of like it. It have at least diamonds in my mouth. Well, I like perfect too. But anyway, just check out VVS if you haven't checked them out before, or because I feel like they could. It's hard to say a group to replace Blackpink, but we're going to be talking about it today. Is Blackpink disbanding? Because everyone is up in arms about the title of the world tour is Deadline. Fans are speculating that Deadline means is that this after this world tour, Blackpink will be no more. So fans are saddened by it, shocked by it. I'm it's hard to say I'm shocked honestly because if you have watched my many of Blackpink readings in here, you I always felt like maybe a member will leave the group, and if one member leaves the group, that leaves three women in the group. It's no longer Blackpink. And then it's just like, well, if one goes, why not the rest go? Because Blackpink is not Blackpink without the OG4. So because of that, it's this mix and dilemma. I mean, they all have their music careers, and Jisoo has her acting career. So it's like these girls are like almost like what in their 30s. They're either like 27, 28. Come on now. I mean, what are they supposed? I know Twice is still around, and they are most of them are well into their 30s or just turning 30. So I get that we want our groups, our favorite groups, to like stay together and like grow old with us, but they have to live their own lives, honestly. And I am enjoying all the Blackpink artists comebacks. Even Jisoo, surprisingly, I wasn't feeling Earthquake. I did not watch the music show performance, but I mean the song is great. I listened to it on repeat. But the choreography, like I say, I'm in K-pop for the dancing. And if I do not like your choreography, no matter how much I actually like the song, I'm just not going to watch your music stage because I no, I'm not, I'm not even going to be dancing along to the song. I'm just listening to it because I just like the melody. So because of that, sorry Jisoo. But besides that, Earthquake, that entire album was really great, honestly. I really did enjoy it. I still do listen to some of Jisoo's songs till this day. But let's just talk about since we're on each other's releases, let's talk about Lisa. Lisa had released a song with Tyla, and now everybody wants to change the tune and siren on Tyla now. I digressed on that one. But people love the song. I mean, it's not one of my favorites. I'm sorry. I feel like I say that every time I talk about Lisa, honestly. I really do. I feel like every time I talk about a Lisa song, I just talk about how much I'm not a fan of it. I swear I love Lisa, honestly. She was my bias, but it's just something about her album release was just not my favorite out of all the Blackpink girls. I like Jisoo more than Lisa with the album releases, and that's saying something. How actually, I would even listen to a Rose album over a Lisa album. You remember how I talked about Rose would just make me feel depressed listening to her music. So because of that, I'd rather be depressed than listen to whatever Lisa's mishmash of an album was. Altered Ego, that was the name of it. But, she's a great dancer. I, hands down, full always will ever give her that. That's what made me love Lisa to begin with. I love just her dancing style, and I get it. She grew out of tomboy phase Lisa and has grown into this very mature, pretty Lisa, which I'm also down for too, because she's just visually she got it all. And Jenny too. But what I think of Lisa and her music releases, especially with Maroon 5, now that was a very questionable collab. I honestly felt like Tyla and Maroon 5 were just two different was the same song, but just in two different genres. I really did. It was all about being in a relationship, but also not in a relationship, or like wanting somebody, but not like wanting them like that. I mean, that's the best way I could put it between those two songs, because they honestly, Lisa gave us a tease for both females and males. So we got a tease with her and Maroon 5, and then we got a tease with her and Tyla somehow migrating to each other and grinding to each other in the pool. I didn't even catch that. Lady Crone catched that for me. I was just like, oh my God, you're right. Lisa started out dancing on a guy, and then by the end of the music video, she was all over Tyla. Which now I'm side-eyeing Tyla in her sexuality, but I also digress with Tyla. However, like I said, it was a great music video. The music video was visually appealing. The girls did their thing. Is it one of those songs that's gonna have to grow on me? Probably yes, because I do kind of like Tyla's music. Not gonna lie, no matter how many people think I have a questionable opinion about her, I do actually listen to her music. Like when Water came out, listened to it on repeat. When Jump came out, I listened to it on repeat. So I like me some Tyla, and I could find myself liking this song because it was a very unlikely collaboration for me to see Tyla and Lisa collab. I was, out of all collaborations, I wasn't expecting that one. But they did exactly what I would think they would do if they would come together to make a collaboration. That was Tyla and Lisa. So because of that, I can enjoy it for the masterpiece that they brought when their chemistry and energy came together on the screen. That was immaculate. So because of that, let's just get a reading on and see what's going on with BlackPink. You see how all these girls got something going on and what they're doing. Oh yes, how could I forget Rosé? So funny, I'm wearing Rosa. So Rosé has released, look at Rosé. Hold on, let's just give a round of applause for Rosé, because she has finally made it on a soundtrack of a movie. Now that's impressive. Do you know how known you have to be, or your influence has to be, to get your voice on a soundtrack of a movie, let alone F1? Come on, you know exactly that kind of genre of movies, the soundtrack really matters. So for Rosé to even get her vocals on that is impressive. So Rosé really is that girl. Actually, I'm not even going to kid you not. On my field trip to West Virginia for a school trip to see the Green Bank Telescope, my professor, who is from Brazil, not from Brazil, from Spain, he even, when I put on Rosé Apatu, he was just like, oh yeah, I remember hearing that song on the radio. So, and he played Euroversion music. So he was all up in the European genre of music, and he heard Rosé. So that's impressive how far and wide her influence has gone. So because of that, I just have to give Rosé her props, honestly, because that is truly amazing. Jenny, I don't know what Jenny's doing after Gincella and Leascella. Is that what you guys called it? I don't know where Jenny has gone, honestly. I feel like Jenny had went mute. Is she going back on tour? Like, honestly, what is Jenny up to right now? Like, I even follow Jenny on Instagram, and I feel like her Instagram isn't popping right now. So she's like what, promoting like a another release of her album, is it? I don't know. So because of that, you see what these girls got going on for them, and you guys are worried about Blackpink disbanding. We are quite filled with content, honestly, from these four girls, more than we ever got when they were under YG Entertainment. So we're getting more. Blackpink was so in the dungeon that we didn't even know what they was got going on, and now they have their own social medias and platforms to interact with us fans, and we're worried about Blackpink disbanding. We have Blackpink. It's just black. We just got Blackpink in our bits and pieces. So because of that, I'm here to do a reading on Blackpink just to see, just to see what's going on with these girls, because I'm quite curious. I want to know for you fans. Me as a fan is Blackpink. Like I said, I'm repping Blackpink, but also check out VVS. Subtle promotion right there. Not paid though. So let's just see for Blackpink. What is, okay, how do I want to phrase this? Because I don't want to pick I don't want to pick a question that's going to box me in. Like, I don't want to make a prediction if Blackpink is going to disband or not. Here we go. What is the future for Blackpink? This very moment, what does the future look like for Blackpink? I like that better, because that's more important. Okay. We have the Three of Cups. But let's pull some more cards. The Daughter of Cups. Oh. And the Fool. Okay. Wow. It's the bottom of the deck, the World card. Okay, so right here I see the Three of Cups. Okay, you know what? Instead of looking at it picture-wise, I'm just gonna straight up read the cards. And because you guys already know how I feel at the very beginning, what I said. But here the Three of Cups symbolizes a celebration of Blackpink. This could be them in this this could be them in this present moment, celebrating the comeback of Blackpink, ready to celebrate, ready to rejoice in the fact that they got the band back together. And then we have the Daughter of Cups, which is usually the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, actually, that is a very good question. What does the Page of Cups mean? Oh, wow. Page of Cups usually represents divination, meanings. Okay, it can represent a studious youth, messages, reflection, and meditation. I definitely do like that. Okay. I could see that. I could honestly see that, because like I said, at this present moment, they're celebrating and rejoicing in the fact that they are coming back to as Blackpink at this very moment. However, looking a little bit more into their future, maybe when they start doing this tour, or like, yeah, we're going to say when they're in their touring phase, they're going to be feeling like they're fresh, they're rejuvenated, they've reconnected with their fans, and that's going to bring them, make them emotional. Because I'm honestly curious, what are they going to perform on the tour? I just can't wait. But with this Page of Cups, it symbolizes that they are in a new era, in a new phase of what and who Blackpink is and what they represent. And that too is a bit emotional. So when they do come onto stage, they're going to be showing you guys like a new face of themselves. I'm not sure what this tour is going to be like. I am so glad for you Blinks that are going to be posting your videos all over TikTok. I'm definitely going to eat it up. But but with that, we have in their even more farther future, because that was their near future. So looking in their farther future, we have the Fool card. Like I said, they have this new beginning within them, and it's a new journey. And always with a new journey, there's going to be there's going to be some uncertainty. But as long as you know, well, you do know that you have everything that you need within yourself to succeed in this new journey. But it's kind of like a fish floundering out of water. Like I said, Blackpink has been doing their solo promotions, and now to come back together as Blackpink, and also to, the best way I could say, to shrink down their personalities again, to be restricted, to be restricted by the K-pop standards. It's like, what is YG going to do with Blackpink and their newfound freedom of expression? I really feel like not Rose, I feel like Jisoo was the one that truly kept it K-pop out of all the members that released their music, because they truly hit an American audience. So because of that, yeah, you get the global fans. Like, it's like, are they going to try to like make Blackpink like the new Cat's Eye? Like, what's the plan here for Blackpink and what's going forward with them? And we see here that at the very bottom is the world card, which symbolizes been around the world. Ay, ay, ay. That Blackpink has done it all, seen it all, been through it all. And maybe it's time to finally move on to a new chapter of who is Blackpink when there's no more Blackpink. That's where I'm seeing like the Fool can be. And I'll just pull an oracle card to see what the energy is for the future of Blackpink. So what I'm saying subtly about the future of Blackpink is that it's ambiguous. But whatever the new journey that Blackpink is, whether that is continuing to be Blackpink and rebranding, kind of like G Idol has, but now they're just Idol. If they do something like that, where they rebrand Blackpink into something new, into a different era that maybe isn't much like copying Cat's Eye, but trying to be like Cat's Eye Meow put together, if you know what I mean, or honestly get VVS. For real. I'm sorry, I just love their rapping style. I'm definitely a huge rapper, so I'm down for that. But with Blackpink, okay, I'm done shuffling these cards. So with Blackpink, we're just going to see their outcome. Okay. Oh, wow. Couldn't be more blatantly obvious. Okay. I'm still going to read the cards as they is, but when I'm finished, I'm going to give my spin and take on it, how I kind of saw these cards. I was trying to be the borderline around it, but these cards, you can't see them. Just a little bit. For once, you get a glimpse. Yeah, big ego. Big ego. Now, is that Blackpink having big egos about themselves and maybe thinking that when they come back as Blackpink, they thought they was going to be like, I don't know how Blinks could fail them in that regard. But woman. It doesn't say women, it says woman. Woman, singular. Someone has a big ego. I didn't want to say it. The cards literally said it. Big ego woman. And this is supposed to be like an overall energy for Blackpink. Some woman has a big ego. But we have the tree card here. And that's always good because the tree symbolizes healing, at least. And it symbolizes, well, cycles. Also represents final outcome. Okay. It's, wow. Okay. Okay, it's very strong and reflection. So what? Well, wow. Okay. So paired with a big ego, some feminine energy, one of the girls, or maybe all of the girls. I don't want to single out any particular individual, but maybe all the girls have a big ego when they come back together. That could also be a factor too. But whatever it is, the future of BlackPink still relies on these girls coming together. And if they can't get it together, then the band is going to dissolve. Because if there's no healing, or there's like the same old cycle where one member could come back and think they the hot ish, or maybe it's somebody is feeling like they're trapped going back into an old paradigm that used to bring them sadness, and now they have to kind of conform and go back to that kind of judgmental um observation that wasn't good for their mental health. It's just a lot when you think about it with the K-pop industry. But when you're in the American industry, you do not get it's day and night. It's day and night between K-pop and Americans. We're a little bit more freer and a less more judgmental. So because of that, it's going to that's the best I can put it for Blackpink, is that there's a lot of factors that could go into why they would disband, but it might all come down to one member. Like I said at the very beginning, if one member leaves, is really no longer Blackpink, you got three members left. And then the Three of Cups came out, and then the Daughter of Cups, that was like the fourth member being singled out. This is how I saw it. So then when I saw the big ego woman, I'm like, well, there's really only two people that are out there that fans are going to think are going to have a big ego. So having them come back together, especially, if they've been in a love triangles, she was with her after we broke up, or we in some fight, so I'm going to go her. So you know how it was with those three girls. So if you know, you know. So I don't want to put anybody out there and say who I think it could be, but it just seems like if they can't seem to get through their kinks, and maybe that's why they truly wanted to go solo and do their own careers instead of being in Blackpink, just to get a breather, just to get a taste of what it was like outside of Blackpink and to be away from the girls, even though they were still supporting each other. But it's not like they was living up under each other day and night, rehearsing together day and night, seeing the same faces day and night. So because of that, they needed something to break them outside of their pattern. And now to go back into that pattern, it's like, can their newfound personalities remain as Blackpink, or is Blackpink that we knew and loved was gone when they started doing their solo careers? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that reading on Blackpink. I sure did. And with that being said, please leave your comments down below. How do you feel about their tour date being called Deadline? Do you want Blackpink to disband? Do you think Blackpink is already disbanded and this is just one of their last final chances to like come back to their fans and like thank them and appreciate them for being supportive? Like, how do you feel about the whole situation with Blackpink and their solo artistry? And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Please give this video a thumbs up, and like I said, comment, but more importantly, please subscribe and share this with other Blinks. Share this with anybody else that is also into K-pop. I do K-pop once a week on the weekends. I'm trying to get it out on Saturdays, but today I got it out on Sunday. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!